40k 8th edition Battle Report Group Number 4. In this group, the 4 armies will be 1,850 points, and they will be battle forged. Each army in this group will play the other 3 armies 3 times apiece, and each series will consist of the same 3 battle reports so that we can see how the different armies work in different situations and against different opponents. In this group, we have Chaos Demons of Khorne, Death Guard, Tzeentch, which will be a combination of Chaos Demons of Tzeentch and Thousand Suns, and finally Ultramarines. Because there are 4 armies and they will be playing each other, there will be 6 different series in this group. Series number 1 will be Chaos Demons of Khorne versus Death Guard. Series number 2 will be Chaos Demons of Khorne versus Tzeentch. Series 3 will be Chaos Demons of Khorne versus Ultramarines. Series 4 will be Death Guard versus Tzeentch. Series 5 will be Death Guard versus Ultramarines. And finally, Series 6 will be Tzeentch versus Ultramarines. The missions will be the same throughout all 6 series. Mission 1 will always be Chapter Approved Maelstrom of War Mission Kill Confirmed. Battle 2 in each series will be Chapter Approved Maelstrom of War Mission Targets of Opportunity. And Battle 3 in each series will be Chapter Approved Maelstrom of War Mission Race to Victory. The Chaos Demons of Khorne army is 96 power total. It is 1,850 points total, and they will have 7 command points total. The Death Guard army is 99 power total. They are 1,850 points total, and they have 6 command points total. The Tzeentch army is 95 power total. They have 1,850 points total, and they will have 6 command points total. The Ultramarines army is 97 power total. They have 1,850 points total, and they will have 9 command points total. So the 1,850 point Chaos Demon of Khorne army consists of 2 detachments. It has a battalion detachment and a spearhead detachment. Within the battalion detachment, it is led by the Warlord, who will be Scarbrand, and the second HQ choice for the battalion detachment will be a Demon Prince of Khorne with wings, who will be taking the Hellforged artifact, Skull Reaver. There are 3 squads of 10 Bloodletters in the battalion detachment. One of the Bloodletters in each squad is a Blood Reaver, and there is a fast attack choice of 1 squad of 8 Fleshhounds. In the Spearhead detachment, there are 2 HQ choices. Both are Bloodthirsters of Insensate Rage. And then there are 3 heavy support choices, and each heavy support choice is a single skull cannon. Taking a closer look at the models, Scarbrand is armed with his Bellow of Endless Fury and his axes Slaughter and Carnage. Because he is the Warlord, he will have the Warlord trait Rage Incarnate, which is reroll hit rolls of 1 for friendly Khorne demon units that charge this turn and are within 8 inches of your Warlord when they fight. The Bloodthirsters of Insensate Rage are armed with their Great Axes of Khorne. The Demon Prince of Khorne with wings has a Malefic Talon and his Demonic Axe, but his Demonic Axe has been replaced by the Hellforged artifact Skull Reaver. The Blood Reapers and Bloodletters are all armed with Hellblades. Fleshhounds are armed with Gore-Drenched Fangs, and the Skull Cannons are armed with Hellblades and Skull Cannons. So because of the 2 detachments, they have 7 command points. 1 for the Spearhead detachment, 3 for the Battalion detachment, and 3 command points for being battle forged. It adds up to an even 1,850 points, and adds up to a total of 96 power. Looking at the 1,850 point Battleforged Death Guard army, this army is made up of 2 detachments, a Super Heavy Auxiliary detachment, and a Battalion detachment. The Super Heavy Auxiliary detachment consists simply of Mortarion, who will be the Warlord for this army. The Battalion detachment has 3 HQ choices. First one is a single Malignant Plaguecaster, and then choices 2 and 3 are both Demon Princes of Nurgle with wings. There are 3 troop choices in this detachment. The first is a group of 7 Plague Marines, and the second and third consist of 3 Nurgling Swarms apiece. There are 2 elite choices in this detachment. The first is a Plague Surgeon, with the Relic of Decay, the Separating Plate, and the second elite choice is a single Tallyman. Finally, there are two heavy support choices. The first is a Chaos Land Raider, and the second is a Plague Burst Crawler. Taking a closer look at the models, Mortarion is armed with his Attendant's Claws and Teeth, Phosphex Bombs, Silence, and the Lantern. For each of the battles that he is in, he will know the same 4 psychic powers. The first is Smite. The second is from the Contagion Discipline, which is Miasma of Pestilence. The third is Plague Wind from the Contagion Discipline. And the fourth is Blades of Putrefaction from the Contagion Discipline. Since he is the Warlord, he will have the Warlord trait Arch Contaminator, which is reroll all failed wound rolls when resolving attacks made with plague weapons for any friendly Death Guard units within 7 inches of the Warlord. The Malignant Plague Caster is armed with Blight Grenades, a Bolt Pistol, a Corrupted Staff, and Crack Grenades. He knows 3 psychic powers, the first of which is Smite, the second of which is Gifted Contagion from the Contagion Discipline, and the third is Putrescent Vitality from the Contagion Discipline. The Demon Princes of Nurgle with wings are both kitted out the same way. They have 2 sets of Malefic Talents, they both know Smite, and they both know Curse of the Leper from the Contagion Discipline. In the Plague Marine squad, there is a Plague Champion armed with Blight Grenades, a Bolt Pistol, Crack Grenades, a Power Fist, and a Plague Knife. And there are 6 regular Plague Marines. All of them have Blight Grenades and Crack Grenades and Plague Knives. 4 of the Plague Marines have Bubotic Axes, and 2 of the Plague Marines have Flails of Corruption. All of the Nurgling Swarms are armed with Disease Claws and Teeth. The Plague Surgeon is armed with a Bale Sword, Light Grenades, a Bolt Pistol, Crack Grenades, and as mentioned before, the Relic of Decay, the Separating Plate. The Tallyman is armed with Light Grenades, Crack Grenades, and a Plasma Pistol. The Chaos Land Raider is armed with 1 Combi Bolter, 1 Twin Heavy Bolter, and 2 Twin Last Cannons. Finally, the Plague Burst Crawler is armed with 1 Heavy Slugger, 1 Plague Burst Mortar, and 2 Entropy Cannons. This army has a total of 6 command points, 3 from the Battalion Detachment, and 3 from being Battle Forged. All of the models combined add up to a even 1,850 points, and also add up to a total of 99 power. Looking at the 1,850 point Tzeentch army, it is made up of 2 detachments, the first of which is a super heavy auxiliary detachment consisting of the Thousand Suns unit, Magnus the Red, and the second detachment is a battalion detachment made up purely of Chaos Demons of Tzeentch models. There are 2 HQ choices in this list, the first of which is Kairos Fateweaver, who is the Warlord, and the second of which is a Lord of Change with Baleful Sword. There are 3 troop choices. All 3 are squads of 10 pink horrors. 1 pink horror in each squad will be an iridescent horror, and there are 2 heavy support choices, both of which are Soul Grinders of Tzeentch. Magnus the Red is armed with the Blade of Magnus, and he knows 4 psychic powers. For these battle reports, he will know Smite, Death Hex from the Dark Hereticus Discipline, Diabolic Strength from the Dark Hereticus Discipline, and Warp Time from the Dark Hereticus Discipline. Kairos Fateweaver, the Warlord, will know the Warlord trait Tyrant of the Warp. Roll a dice each time your Warlord suffers Perils of the Warp. On a 2+, your Warlord's Psychic Mastery is such that they do not suffer Perils of the Warp. Because Kairos Fateweaver is the Warlord, the Tzeentch army will also receive an additional D3 command points at the beginning of each individual battle. Kairos Fateweaver is armed with the Staff of Tomorrow, and he knows the psychic power Smite and all 6 psychic powers from the Tzeentch discipline. Those are Boon of Change, Bolt of Change, Gaze of Fate, Treason of Tzeentch, Flickering Flames, and Infernal Gateway. The Lord of Change with Baleful Sword is armed with a Baleful Sword and a Staff of Tzeentch. The Lord of Change will also be armed with the Hellforged artifact, the Impossible Robe. It knows 4 psychic powers, so it will know Smite, Boon of Change, Bolt of Change, and Treason of Tzeentch. Those last 3 were from the Tzeentch discipline. The Pink Horrors and Iridescent Horror are all armed with Coruscating Flames. One of the 3 squads will have both an icon and an instrument in that squad. They also know the psychic power Smite. And finally, the Soul Grinders of Tzeentch are armed with Harvester Cannons, Iron Claws, Phlegm Bombardments, and Warp Swords. Between the two detachments, the Tzeentch army will have a guaranteed 6 command points plus D3 from Fate Weaver at the beginning of each battle report. This is 3 command points for the battalion detachment and another 3 for being battle forged. So 6 plus D3 command points. All of the models combined equal an even 1850 points and total up to 95 power. The 1850 point Ultramarine army is made up of 2 detachments. First is a super heavy auxiliary detachment consisting of the Warlord Rabaut Guilliman. The second detachment is a battalion detachment consisting of 2 HQs, both of which are chaplains. However, one of the chaplains, the one with the cape and the smokestacks coming out of his backpack, is armed with the chapter relic, the Armor Indomitus. There are 3 troop choices. Each troop choice is a 5-man tactical marine squad. There are 2 elite choices. Both elite choices is a 3-man Centurion assault squad. And there are 2 flyers. Each flyer choice is a Storm Raven gunship. Taking a closer look at the models, Rabaut Guilliman is armed with the Hand of Dominion and the Emperor's Sword. Because he is the Warlord, he knows the Warlord trait Adept of the Codex. Whilst your Warlord is alive, roll a dice each time you spend a command point to use a stratagem. On a 5+, that command point is immediately refunded. Because Guilliman is the Warlord, they also get an additional 3 command points in each battle. The 2 chaplains are armed exactly the same, except for the one having the chapter relic of the Armor Indomitus. They both have a combi flamer, they both have a Crozius Arcanum, they both have frag grenades, and they both have crack grenades. Each tactical marine squad has 1 Space Marine Sergeant and 4 Space Marines. The sergeants are armed with bolt pistols, bolt guns, frag grenades, and crack grenades. 3 of the Space Marines in each squad are armed with bolt guns, bolt pistols, frag grenades, and crack grenades. And the final Space Marine in each squad is armed with a las cannon, bolt pistol, frag grenades, and crack grenades. The Centurion squads are made up of 1 Centurion Sergeant and 2 regular Centurions. They're all armed with the same weapons. Each model is armed with siege drills and 2 flamers apiece. They also have all taken Centurion assault launchers. And finally, the Storm Ravens are kitted out the same way. Each is armed with 2 Hurricane Bolters, 2 Storm Strike missile launchers, 1 twin heavy bolter, and 1 twin heavy plasma cannon. Between the 2 detachments, and Guilliman being the Warlord, it gives the Ultramarines 9 command points total, 3 for Guilliman, 3 for the battalion detachment, and 3 for being battle forged. All of the models combined add up to an even 1850 points, and it totals up to a total of 97 power.